up, Rich Squad? Guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich, and if you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Road to 10K is in full effect. Guys, this is my 56th World Cup match preview. Do you believe it? After this, we only have 8 matches left. 4 quarterfinal matches, 2 semifinal matches, a 3rd place playoff, and the grand final. 8 more previews after this. Wow. Guys, exhausting. I'm telling you, exhausting. I will not be doing this for the 2026 World Cup when there will be 48 teams. Definitely won't be doing it. But for 2022 Qatar, look for me doing the same damn thing again. At the time of making this video, 6 teams have already booked their place into the quarterfinals. And those teams are Uruguay, Russia, France, Croatia, Belgium, and Brazil. And on the final match day for the round of 16 fixtures, we see Sweden playing Switzerland. Well, I'm predicting Sweden to prevail over Switzerland. And now we have Colombia versus England. Colombia versus England. Jose Pekerman versus Gareth Southgate. How did both teams qualify for the round of 16? Well, for Colombia, they topped Group H with 6 points. After losing their first match 2-1 versus Japan, they bounced back nicely to defeat Poland 3-0. And then they went on to defeat Senegal 1-0 to book their place into the round of 16. For England, they placed second in Group G behind Belgium with 6 points. In their first match, they defeated Tunisia 2-1. Then they spanked Panama 6-1. But they chopped and changed their team and they lost 1-0 versus Belgium, who also chopped and changed their team. So it was a battle of the B teams, but Belgium prevailed. Who can they play in the quarterfinals? Well, they will meet the winner of the Sweden versus Switzerland fixture. What were my 2018 World Cup predictions for both teams? Well, for Colombia, I predicted that they will top Group H, and they did top Group H. But I predicted that they will meet Belgium in the round of 16 and get knocked out right there. But since they have avoided Belgium, how far will Colombia get now? As for England, I predicted that they would top Group G, go to the round of 16, play Senegal, who I predicted would place second in Group H. But Senegal, they didn't make it. So now England will face Colombia, who I think are a tougher opponent. So that quarterfinal run that I predicted England to make, it seems like a more uphill task right now. So let the battle begin. Los Cafeteros of Colombia versus the 3 Lions of England in what promises to be one exciting contest. Which brings us to head-to-head. How many times have Colombia and England played each other in the past? Well, these 2 teams have met each other on 5 previous occasions, with England winning 3 and 2 matches ending in draws. Colombia is yet to record a W versus England. England and Colombia previously met at the FIFA World Cup in 1998. England went on to win that game 2-0. And a man by the name of Gareth Southgate was an unused substitute in that match. Also, former Colombian captain and legend Carlos Valderrama featured in that match. He will be in the stands cheering on the Colombian team alongside his longtime friend Rene Higuita. Guys, I actually remember watching World Cup 1998 and seeing Carlos Valderrama with his big, long, curly blonde hair. What a memory. 3 players to watch for both teams. For Colombia, Radamel El Tigre Falcao, the captain. With the right service, and only with the right service, he will be a threat to this English defense. But, as I said, he needs a service. If he lacks the service, Falcao needs to help out. He needs to trap back and he needs to help out in order for him to be effective, or else he will be isolated for most of the match. Yerry Mina, the big lanky defender from Barcelona, have scored 2 in 2 starts for Colombia. I have a feeling Yerry Mina will strike again. England, look out for this guy. You got to mark him properly, or else you will pay. Juan Quintero and James Rodriguez. Guys, I'm going to cheat a little. I'm going to give you an extra player. But let me talk about Juan Quintero first. His playmaking abilities and his skills on the dead ball is just sublime. With James struggling with his injury, I think Juan Quintero has stepped up really well as the chief playmaker, the creative force behind Colombia, Juan Quintero. Guys, look out for this guy. Keep an eye on him versus England. Please, he will be looking to bring nothing but misery to this English defense. James Rodriguez. Let's talk a little bit about James. He's been struggling with injury throughout the whole World Cup. We saw him come on as a substitute in the first match. Then he played a full 90 in the second. Then he started a third, but he had to come off early. And there have been doubts on whether he would start this game or not. But reports said he will start and he will be fit enough to play. We'll just have to wait and see. But James, he will be important for Colombia if he plays. I would not start James. If I was Jose Pekerman, I won't start James. I'll bring him on for the second half. Maybe after the 60th minute, I'll start with Luis Murillo. And then bring on James to make an impact for the last 35 minutes or so of the game. That's just my take. For England, Harry Kane. Of course, Mr. Dependable, their go-to man, their get-out-of-jail card, their constant get-out-of-jail card. England needs someone else to step up big. And no, not a big defender. Not John Stones, not Harry Maguire. They need other players to step up and take responsibilities and score goals. Harry Kane has 5 goals so far at the 2018 World Cup. 5 in 2 matches. You heard it right. A brace and a hat-trick. He is contender for Golden Boot Award. He can win it if England makes a deeper run into the tournament, but he needs help. He needs the other players to step up. And that brings us to Kieran Trippier, England's dead ball specialist. He will need to be on the money if England are to make use of all their set play opportunities. Because, guys, we have seen how effective set plays have been at the 2018 World Cup. England must make use of them, but you need the right service. You need to put it on a platter for Harry Kane and for the big defenders. And the third player, Jordan Pickford. As of late, goalkeepers have been coming up trumps for their teams. Look at Akinfeev, look at Daniel Subasic, look at Thibaut Courtois. These guys have been pulling off big saves, and guess what? It took their teams into the quarterfinal. If England are to win this match, Jordan Pickford has to come up big in this game. Remember I said it. 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 England will only go through if Jordan Pickford is on point. Best 11s for both teams. Well, guys, this is the best 11 I think both teams should play, barring injuries and suspension. For Colombia, Jose Pekerman deploys a 4-2-3-1 formation. If he's fit, we definitely will see David Ospina in goal. He suffered an injury in the last match versus Senegal, so we will just have to wait and see if he starts. For the center backs, I'm going in with Yerry, Mina and Davinson Sanchez. Left back Mojica, right back Arias. Carlos Sanchez and Uribe will be my 2 holding midfielders. And above them, we will see the winger Juan Cuadrado, the playmaker Juan Quintero. And over on the left wing, I'll go in with Luis Murillo instead of James Rodriguez. Or we might just see James starting. But I think Jose Pekerman should go in with Murillo and then bring James off the bench. But seeing that this is a big match, a round of 16, do or die, I think James will start this match. Up top will be the lone man, Radamel Falcao. And for my super sub, the aforementioned Luis Murillo. He really played well in that last game versus Senegal, and he deserves more minutes. For England, Gareth Southgate has been deploying a 3-5-2 formation. In goal, we are expected to see Jordan Pickford and 3 centre-backs, Kyle Walker, John Stones and Harry Maguire. Then we might see Jordan Henderson, Dele Alli and Jesse Lingard in the midfield. As a right wing-back, Kieran Trippier, left wing-back, I will go in with Danny Rose ahead of Ashley Young. And the 2 men up front, Raheem Sterling and Harry Kane. For my super sub, Marcus Rashford. So guys, for my predictions, Colombia versus England. I have seen both teams play, and I have made up my mind. Let me talk a little bit about Colombia. Quarterfinalists in 2014. That's their best World Cup performance ever. Inspirational. You know, James Rodriguez did really well. You had guys like Cuadrado coming through from that as well, still there. They have a lot of talent. Young defenders, Yerry, Mina, Davinson, Sanchez. Midfield looks solid. Carlos Sanchez still there from 4 years ago. Juan Quintero, oh my God. James, a little bit of an injury doubt with him. Falcao up top, ever reliable. A good goalkeeper, David Ospina, has been, you know, coming up big for Colombia. Maybe not for Arsenal, but for Colombia. Their 2018 World Cup campaign started off really rough. Losing their first match to Japan. And guys, that wasn't a fluke. We already see what Japan can do. They had a really good 2018 World Cup campaign, and Japan has earned our respect officially. So they lost the first match 2-1. They went down 10 men, they came back, equalized 1-1, but guys, the Japanese, you know, they just keep fighting and fighting. They won the match. But they made a big statement in the game versus Poland, defeating Poland 3-0 to knock them out the World Cup. And then they played a spirited Senegal team, defeated them 1-0 courtesy of a Yerry Mina goal. Yerry Mina has scored twice off set plays as well. Dangerous, dangerous. He's a threat in the air. He's tall and he jumps high. James Rodriguez. Will he take part in this match? He's unfit. James needs to take part in this match. He needs at least 35 to 40 minutes of football in this match. Colombia needs him. He needs to strap it up and come out and take Colombia to that 5th game. Falcao, he needs a service. Juan Quintero will provide it. We know Cuadrado will be running. The defensive midfielders, Carlos Sanchez, Uribe, or Barrios, these guys will be working hard. The fullbacks, Arias, Mojica, they need to help out. They need to overlap as well. Davinson, Sanchez, Yerry, Mina need to stay switched on. Colombia, I think they are going into this match really confident. Not overconfident, but confident. Because they didn't have the greatest of group stages. I don't think they, you know, they really fought their way through the group phase. For England, they had a really good start. Defeating Tunisia 2-1. Wasn't convincing. Harry Kane came to the rescue again. 2 headers from dead ball situations. Colombia has to mark Harry Kane well. And the Colombian defender Davinson Sanchez is Harry Kane's Tottenham Hotspur teammate. So let's see how that one plays out. In their second match, they destroyed Panama 6-1. Harry Kane hat-trick. Harry Kane. Note the name I'm mentioning again, Harry Kane. The other players have been quite absent. Jesse Lingard has been, you know, he's the other man that needs to come up big for England. Jesse Lingard. Dele Alli if he features. Raheem Sterling. Sterling, you need to come good in this match. Sterling, you need to come good in this match or you will lose a lot of respect. You will lose a lot of respect if you don't come good in this match. Vardy, Rashford if they have a chance. Trippier. Kyle Walker needs to come good in this match as well. I don't really like the center-half position that he's been playing. I'd rather Kyle Walker as a right-back. I think he is more effective as a right-back, running up and down the flanks, overlapping and crossing in for Harry Kane and company to put the ball in the back of the net. These guys need to come good. Ashley Young. These guys need to come good. This is not the Premier League, bro. This is the World Cup. They say this English team is not playing under a lot of pressure. They're young, they're adventurous, and they're out there having fun. Expectations are not high, and that might actually be a catalyst for them to succeed at the tournament. But for Colombia, I think there's a lot of this. There's a lot of this, man, that goes into it. I'm not saying for England there ain't a lot of that, but you can just see the passion, man. The passion in the Colombian team. The fans, the hype, everything. It's not an easy match to predict at all. I predicted England to make it to the quarterfinals, but I predicted them to play Senegal and not Colombia. Guys, I'm going to go for Colombia win. Colombia wins this match 2-1. I'm making the bold call. England's World Cup is done. Another former World Cup winner knocked out. England done. So I think Colombia will join Sweden. I predicted Sweden to qualify for the last 8. They will join Belgium, Brazil, France, Croatia, Uruguay, and Russia in the last 8. With your Colombia versus Sweden quarterfinals. Wow, guys. Do you believe one of Colombia or Sweden, according to my predictions, will be in the semi-final of the 2018 World Cup? But guys, let me know your prediction for this match, Colombia versus England, in the comment section down below. So guys, for question of the day, which head coach has impressed you most so far at the 2018 World Cup? Let me know your answer in the comment section down below. Well, for me, I'm going to go with Oscar Tabarez of Uruguay and Jose Peckerman of Colombia. So guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you click the subscribe button, smash the thumbs up button, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and until next time, peace out, Rich Squad!